Hey guys, I'm really excited to be working out with you today. I get a lot of requests for inner thigh focused workouts. So today is an inner thigh focused session. We're going to begin in a side lying position and we are going to work through a series of exercises that are going to target, firm, and sculpt those inner thigh muscles. So get ready to feel the burn. Let's go ahead and get started. You don't need any equipment at all, just yourselves and your mat. Let's do this. Okay guys, we're gonna get started today in a side lying position. This is my favorite position for working those inner thigh muscles. So let's get nice and long on the side body, resting your head either in your palm like so or on your outstretched arm. We're gonna make sure our hips are stacked, our knees are stacked, and our feet are stacked so we're all parallel. We're gonna pick up the feet, gluing them together, and hinge from the hip, bringing the feet forward on the mat. Now, from this position, we need to make a little bridge to get the top leg out of the way. So you can either place your leg here behind the body, or you can place it here in front of the body and you can hold onto your ankle for support. This is my preferred position, but either way you can still get in a great workout as long as this leg below has space to move up and down. So we're gonna start with some very, very simple leg lifts. We're gonna hover the leg, and right from the start, we're going to connect our mind to our inner thigh muscles, making sure they're already switched on in this hovering position. We're pointing hard through the toe, so all the muscles in the leg are engaged. We're gonna lift and lower, just hover. Lift and lower, good. Relax those shoulders, plug your navel in towards your spine, and just focus on lifting and lowering your leg with control. So notice I'm not letting that leg touch down to the mat. I'm keeping all those muscles switched on as I lift and lower with control. So don't worry about how high you get, but do focus on contracting those inner thigh muscles to get the lift. So lifting and lowering slowly and purposefully. Good. Toe is pointed here. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. So you should already feel those inner thighs activating. Good. Relax your shoulders, lifting and lowering with control. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna lower, just hover, and we're going to do some little pulses up, 3 pulses up. So we're gonna lift, 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 and lower, just hover. Lift a little higher, and lower. 3 pulses up. 1, 2, 3, and lower. Good. Lift, 2, 3, lower down. Up, a little higher. So notice we're still pointing our toes here. Good. Getting as much lift as possible by contracting the inner thighs. Good. Lift, 2, 3, lower down. Up, a little higher, and lower. I know they're tough. Stick with them. Breathe through it. Good. 3 more sets. 1, 2, 3, lower down. Lift, 2, 3, and lower. Last, up, 2 and 3, lower down for a moment. Amazing work. Now we're gonna go into some leg lifts, but this time we're gonna flex the foot. So we're gonna pull the toes back toward the shin, and then we're just gonna slightly, if you can, turn your toes down toward the mat. So you're gonna be leading up with these lifts by the heel. Lift and lower, good. Lift and lower. Leading up with that heel. Really feeling it in those inner thighs now. Be careful that your shoulders aren't hunching up by your ears, but you are keeping your navel plugged in towards your spine. Good. Breathe out to lift. Breathe out to lift. Lift as high as you can, but don't worry about how much height you get. Focus on elongating through the heel and leading up with that heel, squeezing the inner thighs to get the lift. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now here comes some killer little pulses. Lift, 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 lift. You can do it. Keep lifting, keep pulsing. We'll have a little break after this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lift a bit higher, and relax it down. Whew. Okay, we have 2 more exercises on this side. One involves circling forward, the last involves circling backwards. So we're gonna lift that leg, point through the toe, and we're gonna start drawing some circles forward. Small circles, moving with precision. I'm really engaging my core here so I'm stable in the trunk, isolating this work in the lower body. Good, keep circling, you've got this. Circling, using your toe like a pencil in the air, drawing small circles, moving forward, lift and lower, circle around, down and up. Good. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of that movement and then reverse. So circle backwards. It might feel a little shakier going in this direction. Those inner thighs are super fatigued at this point, but you can do it. Stick with it. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of that movement. Lift the leg as high as you can. Squeeze the inner thighs. Hold for 5, 4, 3. Lift the leg an inch higher. 2, 1, and relax it down. Amazing work. Give your inner thigh a little pat. And we're going to sweep the legs around on the mat, coming onto the other side. I can really feel that inner thigh. It definitely got targeted. Okay, so we're getting nice and long on the edge of our mat. Hips are stacked, knees are stacked. Hand comes down on the floor for support as we pick the feet up, moving into a gentle pike. So your leg is here or here. I'm going to place my leg in front and hold on to my ankle for support. So we're pointing through the toe, already switching on the muscles in the leg. Toe is pointed. We're lifting and lowering, just hovering. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Again, if your leg isn't lifting quite as high as mine, that's totally fine, as long as you're feeling it in that inner thigh. So you're really connecting your mind to those inner thigh muscles, and you're using the strength of that inner thigh to lift and lower the leg. Notice that when I come back down, I'm moving slowly, so we're never just sort of dropping the leg. We're controlling the movement on the way up as well as on the way down. Good. Breathe through it. Nice work. We've got 4, 3, lift a bit higher, 2, lengthen through the toe, and 1, good work. Now we're going to move into those pulses up. So we're lifting, 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 and lower, just hover. Lift a little higher, and lower. 1, 2, 3, lower down, up, 2, 3, and lower. Keep really pointing through that big toe. Good. Imagining your leg as long as possible as you lift and lower. Good. Pulse, 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 and lower. I love these pulses for switching on and firing up those inner thighs. Also lengthening the muscle. Good work. Lift, 2, 3, and lower. Up, a little higher, and lower. Good work. Breathe through it. 2 more sets. 1, 2, 3, and lower. Lift, 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 and lower. You can rest your leg down on the mat for a moment. Now we're going to lift the leg, point through the toe. Now flex the foot and turn the toes down toward the mat. So we're leading up with that heel. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Whew, I'm shaking on this side already. Breathe through it. Lift and lower. We're doing really good work here. Targeting those under-targeted inner thigh muscles. Good. We tend to do a lot of movements that target some of the outer muscles in the thighs. A lot of walking, a lot of lifting exercises involve your quads and those outer thigh muscles. So it's important to find that balance and work your inner thighs as well. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. We're going to pulse it up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Keep those toes turned down toward the mat. Keep the toes pulled back toward the shin. I know it's tough, but we can do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. relax it down. Whew, okay. Last 2 exercises, those forward and backward circles. So point through the toe, relax those shoulders, plug belly in, and start circling forwards. Good, drawing those precise circles in the air with that big toe, using your toe as a paintbrush or a pencil in the air. Good, you can move as slowly as you need to here. I'm shaking all over the place, but not letting that leg drop down. Good, for 3, 2, and 1. Foot cramp. Okay, we're gonna reverse the direction of those circles, circling backwards. Breathe through it. I know it's painful. Those inner thighs are working hard. Really effective movement here. Good, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Lift the leg an inch higher. Hold, hold, hold. For 5, 4, 3. Lift a bit higher. 2 and 1. Relax it down. Oh my goodness, those burned. Okay. Now we're going to bring ourselves into a seated position. Turn and face me. I'd like you to bring your feet together, and we need a well-deserved stretch in those inner thighs. So sitting up really nice and tall here, elongating through the spine. Chin is parallel with the floor. We're going to slightly bring the heels in a little bit closer toward the body, and then we're just going to hinge from the hips, drawing the knees down toward the mat. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up for a moment. Take a nice deep breath and hinge again, drawing those knees a little bit closer to the mat, deepening the stretch. We'll hold here for a couple of breaths. Ooh, those inner thighs are tight. Relax your shoulders for 3 and 2 and 1. You can come into a cross-legged position. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed those exercises, and I look forward to working out with you next time. Bye.